5 stages of obsessive love. Obsessive love is an overwhelming fixation on another person, where boundaries between admiration, affection, and obsession blur. Unlike healthy love, which is built on mutual respect, trust, and growth, obsessive love is rooted in insecurity, control, and an intense need for validation. Understanding the stages of obsessive love can help individuals recognize unhealthy patterns and take steps to prevent or address them. Stage 1. Attraction and infatuation. The first stage of obsessive love begins like many romantic relationships, with attraction. However, in the context of obsessive love, this initial attraction is more intense than usual. The person becomes consumed with thoughts of the object of their affection, idealizing them and placing them on a pedestal. This infatuation may feel like love, but it is often built on fantasy rather than a true understanding of the person. Key signs of this stage include constant thoughts about the person, idealizing their traits and minimizing their flaws, a deep emotional attachment without truly knowing them well. While infatuation is normal in the early stages of any romance, obsessive love escalates this emotion to an unhealthy degree, where the person may become fixated on getting closer to the object of their obsession, regardless of whether that connection is reciprocated. Stage 2. Craving and need for constant validation. As the obsession grows, so does the need for reassurance and validation. In this stage, the person craves constant attention, affection, and approval from the object of their desire. Any perceived distance or lack of response may trigger intense emotional reactions, such as jealousy, anxiety, or paranoia. The desire for validation may lead to constant checking of their social media, messaging frequently, or attempting to create situations where they can gain the other person's attention. Key signs of this stage include a need for constant reassurance or approval, feelings of jealousy when the person interacts with others, monitoring or stalking the person's online or offline activities. At this stage, the individual may lose a sense of personal boundaries, prioritizing their need for connection over the other person's autonomy. Stage 3. Control and possessiveness. Once obsessive love deepens, control and possessiveness begin to take over. The person may feel entitled to the attention and affection of their obsession and attempt to control their actions. This could manifest in trying to dictate who they can spend time with, where they go, or how they behave. In their mind, they may believe that if they don't maintain control, they'll lose the object of their love, and with it, their sense of purpose and identity. Key signs of this stage include trying to control the other person's actions or decisions, becoming angry or distressed when the person doesn't behave as expected, engaging in manipulative behavior to keep the person close. At this stage, the obsessive lover's need for control can become stifling or even abusive, driving a wedge between themselves and their partner or object of desire. Paradoxically, the harder they try to maintain control, the more they risk pushing the other person away. Stage 4. Emotional turmoil and desperation. As the relationship becomes strained due to obsessive behavior, emotional turmoil escalates. The person in love may experience intense feelings of anger, jealousy, or despair if they feel rejected or believe the object of their affection is slipping away. This emotional instability can lead to erratic behavior, such as dramatic declarations of love, extreme jealousy, or emotional outbursts aimed at eliciting a reaction from the person. Key signs of this stage include intense emotional swings between hope and despair, drastic measures to keep the person's attention, such as public displays of emotion, panic or desperation at any sign of distancing or rejection. At this stage, the individual may act irrationally, seeing any sign of distance as a personal rejection. Their emotional well-being becomes entirely tied to the other person's responses, creating a toxic emotional environment. Stage 5. Destructive behavior and obsession. In the final stage of obsessive love, the person may cross into dangerous territory, where their obsession drives destructive or harmful behavior. At this point, they may feel that if they cannot have the object of their affection, no one else should, either. This can lead to stalking, harassment, or even violence, depending on the intensity of their obsession. They may lose touch with reality, believing their love justifies extreme actions. Key signs of this stage include stalking, harassing, or engaging in threatening behavior toward the person. Making ultimatums or threats if the person doesn't respond favorably. Loss of personal identity, where the entire focus is on the object of obsession. In the most extreme cases, this stage can escalate into criminal or dangerous behavior, causing harm to both the obsessed individual and the object of their affection. Breaking the cycle of obsessive love. While obsessive love can be damaging, it is possible to break free from its grip. Acknowledging the signs early on and seeking help, whether through therapy, counseling, or support from trusted friends and family, is crucial. Developing healthy self-esteem and understanding the difference between love and obsession is key to fostering relationships that are based on mutual respect, trust, and independence. Learning to set boundaries, accept rejection, and cultivate emotional resilience can help individuals avoid falling into the trap of obsessive love. After all, true love is not about control, possession, or dependency. It's about growth, trust, and mutual respect. The consequences of obsessive love reaching the stage of destructive behavior can be severe, both for the person experiencing the obsession and for the object of their affection. When love crosses into the territory of obsession, it can have damaging emotional, psychological, and even physical impacts. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe to support this channel. Please share across social media platforms to reach a wider audience. Below are some potential consequences. 1. Emotional and psychological damage. For the obsessive lover, the individual may experience extreme emotional turmoil, such as intense anger, despair, or hopelessness. Their sense of identity and self-worth becomes tied to the relationship, making rejection or failure to reciprocate their feelings devastating. This emotional distress can lead to anxiety, depression, and sometimes suicidal thoughts or actions. For the object of obsession, the target of obsessive love may experience heightened stress, fear, or anxiety. They may feel emotionally manipulated, trapped, or overwhelmed by the obsessive behavior. Prolonged exposure to such intensity can result in trauma, lowered self-esteem, and in some cases, the development of mental health issues like anxiety or PTSD. 2. Stalking and harassment. Once the obsession reaches the destructive stage, behaviors like stalking and harassment are common. The obsessive lover may attempt to monitor the target's every move, intruding on their personal space and privacy, either physically or online. This type of behavior often leads to constant surveillance, following the person, showing up uninvited, and consistently contacting them through texts, phone calls, or social media. Harassment, repeated unwanted communication, threats, or emotional manipulation. This can also extend to the person's friends, family, or new partners, who might be targeted in an attempt to isolate the object of obsession. 3. Legal consequences. Destructive behavior can lead to legal action. Stalking, harassment, and threats of violence are often grounds for restraining orders or criminal charges. In extreme cases, obsessive lovers may violate restraining orders, leading to imprisonment or fines. Legal consequences for the obsessive lover may include restraining orders, a legal order that restricts the obsessive individual from contacting or approaching the object of their affection. Criminal charges, depending on the severity of the behavior, e.g., stalking, threats, violence, the obsessive lover could face criminal prosecution, jail time, or a criminal record. 4. Physical violence. In extreme cases, obsessive love can escalate into physical violence. The obsessive individual may resort to violent behavior out of frustration, fear of losing control, or jealousy. This can include physical assault, harm to the object of their obsession, often triggered by perceived rejection or emotional withdrawal. Domestic violence. In cases where the relationship becomes abusive, the obsessive partner may inflict ongoing physical, emotional, or psychological harm on their partner. Murder or attempted murder. In the most extreme cases, the obsessive lover may commit acts of fatal violence, believing that if they cannot have the person, no one else should. 5. Social isolation. Both the obsessive individual and their target may experience social isolation. The obsessed individual often alienates themselves from friends, family, and social networks as they become increasingly fixated on the object of their affection. Similarly, the target may withdraw from social settings out of fear, stress, or embarrassment, feeling unable to escape the unwanted attention. 6. Workplace or academic impact. Obsessive love can also negatively affect both individuals' work and academic lives. The obsessive person might neglect their responsibilities, becoming distracted and unable to focus on anything other than their obsession. Similarly, the object of obsession may experience decreased productivity due to emotional distress, fear, or constant disruptions. This can lead to job loss, absenteeism, poor performance, or conflicts arising from obsessive behavior in the workplace. Academic decline, poor grades, inability to concentrate, or dropping out due to stress caused by the obsessive situation. 7. Long-term trauma. The psychological scars left by an experience of obsessive love can last a lifetime. The object of obsession may suffer long-term trauma, affecting their ability to form healthy relationships in the future. Fear of being hurt or manipulated again can cause them to avoid intimacy or trust, resulting in emotional barriers that may be difficult to overcome without professional help. 8. Impact on friends and family. The destructive behavior can extend beyond just the obsessive individual and the object of their affection. Friends and family members of both parties may become involved, either as targets of harassment or emotional manipulation or as bystanders who witness the destructive effects. They may experience fear for the safety of their loved one, strained relationships due to the emotional toll of the situation, confusion and helplessness, unsure how to help or intervene, preventing the worst consequences. Recognizing the signs of obsessive love and taking steps to intervene early, either through therapy, setting firm boundaries, or involving law enforcement, can help prevent the relationship from escalating to the destructive stage. Healthy relationships are built on mutual trust, respect, and independence, and when those qualities are absent, intervention becomes necessary to protect all parties involved. If you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe to our channel for more self-improvement videos. Comment below to tell us how useful you found this video. Remember to share on various social media platforms to reach a wider audience. Click the notification bell to get notified anytime we post a new video. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.